Welcome to HAWKS, the AHS-TV. I'm Cody Frederick, and today we're going to be talking about the Star Wars sequels, and I'm joined by...
Zander Rear.
And Dante Maganotti.
All right, Dante, well, you can introduce Force Awakens then.
Okay, well, I mean, we're going in the... I guess we're not going in order, but we're all introducing the movies that we hate the most out of the sequels trilogy.
Last Jedi's worst.
So, I do not like The Force Awakens because it's a carbon copy of... What's the... I can't remember. Episode 4. I don't remember the names.
New Hope.
New Hope, yeah. It's a carbon copy of A New Hope. Orphan on a desert planet. And then they turn out and they find out that they're Jedi, and then blah, blah, blah. All this stuff happens, and they find out they're related to another bigger, badder Jedi, or Sith, whatever. But like, Rey is a carbon copy of Luke, except way, way, way worse. And the movie is boring. Finn had wasted potential. Finn, the storyline of an ex-Jedi or ex-Stormtrooper turning into a Jedi would have been so sick.
See, I think Finn is good in Force Awakens and Force Awakens only.
Yeah, I agree. He's good there because he had like the lightsaber scene when he fought Kylo Ren, even though he got his butt kicked. That was kind of...
Yeah, he had a lot of potential as a character.
He doesn't say Rey over and over again.
Yeah, he actually does stuff.
Skywalker.
And he has like a storyline and a character arc.
Have his little annoying girlfriend that I can't stand.
Hear me out.
Yeah, him and Poe.
I love Poe. But yeah. And then in the next movies, he has that little girlfriend with him, and what's her name, Rose. I really don't like her.
Yeah, and then they give him another one in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
he's three different love interests in
the other ex-Stormtrooper. Yeah.
But I think Force Awakens is just so inoffensive that I can't get mad while watching it.
Yeah, but it's like you haven't had a Star Wars movie since like a mainstream Star Wars movie or Star Wars media.
10 years.
Since the prequels. And you come out with this BS called The Force Awakens.
It was because people didn't like the prequels back then, so it was just to get people back into Star Wars.
Yeah, people didn't like the prequels. I like the prequels probably the best, to be honest. I love the prequels. That may be an unpopular opinion.
I like Revenge of the Sith, but the first two...
Phantom Menace wasn't bad. Attack of the Clones wasn't awful.
Attack of the Clones is terrible.
It's pretty bad.
It's not rewatchable, but yeah. But Revenge of the Sith is probably my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I mean, I think Force Awakens is saved by being directed well and like not being too long. I think the biggest thing that sucks is like once they get on the Starkiller base, like the snow planet, it goes on for way too long.
Yeah, I
like when they fight space Nazis.
Yeah,
but it's like Kylo Ren was so cool. I like Kylo Ren, to be honest. But then the same thing with Rey being a carbon copy of Luke. Kylo Ren's a carbon copy of Darth Vader.
They change him up later, and he's like the only consistent character in the trilogy. The only one that has like an arc.
Yeah, but he has the same arc as Darth Vader.
It's similar.
He's Darth Vader, but younger, and in the new sequel trilogy, it's just the same thing again. That's my entire problem with it. It's just everything is the same as it was before. The story's already been told. They're just telling it with different characters in different places.
What do you guys think of Han Solo's death in The Force Awakens? Obviously.
I cried.
I was sad, yeah.
Do you think it was good? I didn't think the scene was bad.
I didn't think it was bad. I think it did it justice.
It's like one of the best scenes.
I think it did him justice. But and Harrison Ford was requesting for Han Solo to get killed for a while, so yeah.
Chewbacca being sad.
Yeah, I think that's the worst part about it. It's just him like screaming.
Yeah, Chewie screaming. That was sad. Yeah, but then like. That's another thing that I don't like about Rey. She was with Han Solo for what, 2 days, and then she already thinks that he's her dad, and then she's with Leia for a week, and she thinks Leia's her mom, and then she's with Luke for a week, and she thinks Luke's her dad. She has
parental issues.
Yes, she has attachment issues. She thinks that every adult figure that comes into her life is like somewhat meaningful to her in some way. Like if she was in modern world and she was walking down the street and she saw an adult, she would be like, oh my God, that could be my mom. But like, it's just crazy. Like every person that she talked to, every adult figure that she talked to, she just like imagined that they were her parents. I'm Ray Skywalker. That tipped me off.
Ray Skywalker.
Yeah. You know how bad I wanted to like walk through the screen and punch Daisy Ridley in the face.
It's not her fault.
No, she's not a bad actor, but like that, I just really wanted to. I mean, I know that wasn't in The Force Awakens or whatever, but still.
Yeah, it's still not good. Does not help
Yeah.
those movies at all.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker kind of retroactively makes Force Awakens and Last Jedi worse by the stupid things that it does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that show's just bad on itself.
Sure.
Yeah, it is that.
Any final thoughts on Force Awakens?
Yeah. You know what? How does Finn survive? He gets cut like up his spine. It was up his back.
he gets like
And he walks perfectly fine the next movie.
he's in like a pod or something at the beginning.
That's so stupid.
They don't tell you how long he's been in there for, though.
He just like he should be crippled. He should be crippled. Like
Yeah,
his
probably.
back got cut.
No, he had armor on.
No, he just had a
Plot
jacket.
armor. Plot armor.
I was gonna say, no, he didn't. He just had a jacket on.
No, he had plot armor.
I do have one more thing as well. What do you guys think of that? How Rey beat Kylo?
I think
Not fire.
I honestly kind of don't. I think it kind of makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. Tell me how it makes sense. Tell me.
Okay.
You're getting me
Because
fumed
he
right
was
now.
in-
Okay,
Injured.
first of all, he got shot with a Wookiee bowcaster, which is like not good.
Yeah, I
Ble-
know, but
he's
still.
bleeding all
shot's
over the
not good.
place. He takes a stab from Finn before he takes him out, and he just killed his dad, so he's like all imbalanced and stuff. So
Oh yeah.
it doesn't.
Imbalanced.
To me, it makes sense that she would be able to best him in that
She's-
scenario. If they were both at full power, he would have won
She
easily.
found out she was a Jedi like 2 hours ago.
I'm just saying,
There's no way.
because of the circumstances around him. I think it makes sense that she could beat him. But
You're saying that, but you got Vader, who literally has no arms or legs. That's not whatever.
Vader's like,
But he uses one hand and he wins.
because it's Anakin Skywalker we're talking
Oh,
about.
but it's Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren's
Loses
not.
to Rey. Some
Kylo
bozo.
Ren's like 20 years old. He's not.
He's
He's no.
He's that guy.
He's no Darth Vader.
Yeah,
It's-
I
in
agree
terms
that
of
he's,
power.
I agree that he's no Darth Vader, but still, this man has been the leader of the First Order for a substantial amount of time,
Yeah.
and then some little orphan girl thinks that she can just come up to him 2 days after she however long it is, after she finds out that she got freaking space powers. Whoop-de-doo, I'm gonna go kick the big guy's butt. That doesn't make any sense.
It's because she's a Palpatine.
That's like
No, she's actually a Skywalker.
that would be like an Empire Strikes Back. Instead of Vader winning, it'd be Luke winning, even though he's like no training.
Yeah.
That's what exactly
It's not.
what it's like.
No, it's not the same thing.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
Vader is at full power, and it's also Vader. Kylo Ren's a little emo kid.
Bro, he's in his prime. You're
Yeah,
saying
and he's already beat up from
he would
fighting
still
someone.
win against someone who's never held a lightsaber before.
Yeah.
They kind of address it in Last Jedi, like with like
Yeah,
one or two, with like
Last Jedi
one or two
sucks,
lines.
So it's not help.
Okay, well, are we done with Force Awakens?
Please.
Yeah,
Give your ratings out of 10.
solid like 5.
Probably like a -5.
I'm like
five or
I'm like a 6.
Not being honest, I'll probably give it like a 4.
I'm like a
I
6 or
really
a
do not
7.
like The Force Awakens.
I just think it's okay.
I think it's okay if you're living in a freaking dumpster fire.
Well, I guess we can now talk about the worst one,
It's not.
The Last Jedi. What do you mean?
Rise of Skywalker's
How
worse.
can you?
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
no,
We're not
you're
there
right.
yet.
Second worst. The Last Jedi. I don't understand how you can defend this movie.
I will.
How? All
I
right,
will.
defend the casino scene.
I can't defend. The only thing I can't defend is Canto Bight. That stuff is bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But
there's no character arc. Finn literally does nothing in that movie.
Yeah,
Finn is completely useless and does nothing.
all the stuff with Finn, Rose, Canto Bight, I won't disagree with you on. I don't like
the Ray
that.
Luke stuff is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes on for way too long.
I don't agree.
How?
I like it.
How? Explain how
What do
you
you mean
like
now?
it.
Okay, why don't you like it?
No, I'm asking you first. Explain how you like it.
I think they both. I think Luke has a really good character arc in this movie.
How?
What do you mean how? Because he actually has one, unlike
what's his
everyone
character
else. He goes from being like he wants to kill himself on this island to going back to being an epic Jedi man at the end.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have had to go through that arc. They ruined his character.
It's an interesting thing to do.
They ruined his character.
No,
They
didn't.
They
They gave him a
honestly, they should have just
character
killed him off.
Mm-hmm.
Should just killed him off before. He should never been in the movies.
Okay,
See,
before the sequels happened, would you have ever thought that Luke Skywalker would be standing over his nephew holding a lightsaber about to kill him?
Yeah,
no,
you found
but
that scene.
it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
It does make sense.
It's not.
No, it doesn't.
If you think about okay, no,
just
listen,
listen. Shut up and listen to me.
Yeah,
You ever if the sequels and everything after that didn't exist, and I told you, so you only have the information of the prequels and the original series, the three. If I told you that in 20 years time, whatever it was, that Luke Skywalker standing over his nephew holding a lightsaber about to kill him, you would not believe me.
He wasn't gonna kill him.
Yes, he was.
He
That's
was just-
why he turned the
yeah,
lightsaber
let me just
on.
turn on the lightsaber,
He
stand
wasn't
over
gonna
you,
kill
stare
him.
at you for a
Yes,
minute.
he
and then-
was.
No, he wasn't gonna kill him. He just thought about it for a second.
He was
No,
going
It's
to
not-
kill him.
He wasn't
Thinking
going
about it?
He
did
was
not-
going to, and then
Thinking about it
then
is
he
sitting in your
didn't
bed
Do
looking-
He
it.
thought about
Hey.
doing it for a second, and then he changed his mind immediately.
Thinking about it is sitting in your bedroom looking at the ceiling like, hey, I should kill my nephew.
Igniting the lightsaber is a bit much.
Standing
but
behind him when he's asleep, holding a lightsaber over his head. That's not thinking about it. That's taking
he
some
thought
action.
about it for a second, and then
That's
he
attempted
stopped.
murder.
He stopped himself. It makes sense for
No.
Luke.
Okay, so if I point a gun at you when you're sleeping,
listen,
if I hold a gun to the back of your head when you're sleeping,
Let me-
and I'm like, damn,
let
I'm
me
going to kill
finish.
Cody right now. And then I'm like,
Let me
you know what?
finish
Never
my
mind.
point. Dante, let me finish.
Cody, I want to listen to Dante more. So
Luke always acts irrational and does things on impulse. He does it all the time. Okay, in Empire, he goes to save his friends, even though Yoda tells him he'll turn to the dark side if he doesn't. He does it anyway. In Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader mentions Leia, and he almost kills him.
Yes,
he cuts
because
his arm off.
He's important.
He's being
People
tempted.
are important to Luke.
He's being tempted by the dark side. When he looks into Kylo's mind or whatever, he sees that he causes the death of all his friends. So he thinks about that he can stop it for a second, but he changes his mind, and then Kylo wakes up and everything.
no.
Yeah, it makes sense for his character
it
to
does
do
not.
that. Yes, it does.
It does not.
I literally just explained how it makes sense.
So you're saying because a 20-year-old brash young man,
I'm not saying
understandable. But when
Yes.
he's 60,
when you are fighting
he's
the
the
Empire
same
and you're 20 years
character.
old, I'd be worried about my friends
I'm not
too.
saying it's a reasonable thing to do. I'm just saying it's in character for Luke to
But
do that.
he's grown
No.
up. He should have matured,
Yeah.
and he shouldn't be running around trying to save his friends and acting irrationally as he was when he was 20 years old.
He didn't go through with it. He just thought about it for a second.
you're saying
If
that
I point a gun
backfired.
at somebody and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill this person right now. I'm gonna kill this person. This person
He
kills
was
my friend.
sleeping.
I'm gonna kill this person right now.
He's
and then I
sleep-
was like, oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to. And then I
He's-
just walk
he's
away. That's still
sleeping.
attempted murder, Cody.
He's sleeping and he sees the vision, and then he thinks about it for a second. He turns on the lightsaber and immediately is like, "Oh my god, what am I doing?"
and it's a terrible scene.
It's not a terrible
Yes, it
scene.
is.
It's
It
a
is
great
an
And then
scene.
Kylo somehow
Awful scene.
destroys the whole school.
He pulls the building down with the
It
force.
makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Luke is more
Well-
Luke is more powerful than him.
It isn't. They never explain it because JJ sets up the Knights of Ren in Force Awakens, and then Last Jedi is like, oh, he has the Knights of Ren there and they show a vision in Force Awakens
But
of
he
him
wouldn't
and
have
the
been-
Knights of Ren at the temple when it's burning.
But the Knights of Ren wouldn't have been a thing yet,
They
would
never.
they?
Yeah, they were. They're in Force Awakens.
Yeah, but in the flashback, whenever he's
They never explain what the Knights of Ren are, so it's kind of JJ's fault. But it's implied that they helped him, but I don't know.
Yeah, but like, were they a thing back then?
I think they were also Padawans of his. Like he said,
there
Luke says
were
he
other-
takes some with him, and then he kills the rest of them. So you're supposed to assume, I think, that the Knights
Knights of Ren are
helped him.
cool. I like the
They're
Knights
cool.
of Ren.
They have cool designs. They don't do anything. And
Yeah,
they die
they
in 5
don't.
seconds.
They don't do anything. I think the designs are
Also,
really cool. But
I hate the stupid scenes where Rey and Kylo see each other.
yeah, what's that
I like
about?
those scenes in Last Jedi. I don't like them in Rise of
No,
Skywalker.
I don't like them in general.
hate them. It's just really weird and dumb.
Because they can like see each other.
like the reason that they can see each other is because Snoke's doing some Force stuff, and Rise of Skywalker, there's no explanation for why they can still see each other.
It's just really bad.
But why?
Well, what do you mean? Why?
Why is it bad?
How is it not bad? It's just stupid, and it doesn't really do anything besides, we see him without a shirt.
Okay,
But that's how they
this
like convince Rey to come to. That's how Snoke convinces Rey to go to the place, and then so he can
stupid.
kill her.
I don't.
Yeah, but
they shouldn't have added that.
Oh my god, that scene, that freaking throne room scene. Don't get me started.
I won't defend the choreography, but I think emotionally it's a good scene.
Emotionally, sure, I'll give you that much. It's a good scene emotionally.
For
the fight choreography,
for the most
was
part, it's not
awful.
For the most part, it's not that bad. There's some parts like there's a part where the guy has like
a
Rey and
trained
like
Sith Lord.
locked in his arm, and then he has the knife. He's going to stab her, and then it just disappears in the next shot.
Yeah, well, like a trained Sith Lord, Kylo Ren, and a girl who has now been trained in the Force by Luke Skywalker, quote unquote trained.
She's not. She still swings her lightsaber around. She's not
like a baseball bat. I know what you mean. But,
I mean, Luke kind of does the same thing. To be honest.
We haven't had good lightsaber fights. The only good lightsaber fights are in the prequels. You can quote me on that.
I don't.
But anyways, they can't beat like how many guards were there? 6, 4.
They did beat them.
8. Well, it took them.
There's a lot.
It took them an hour. But like they're taking this long, and back in like what was it, Attack of the Clones or whatever, there was 2 of those red guards standing behind Yoda, and he just cut their heads off within a second.
Yoda is on a different level than those 2.
I know, I understand, but like looking at it in a different way, that like if Yoda can take them out in a 0.1 seconds, Kylo Ren should be able to take them out in at least like a minute.
I don't know about that. There was a lot of them. There's like a whole room full of them.
Yeah,
they take them out pretty without issue because
That's
the knife
also a problem.
because the knife disappears.
Yeah, the knife just vanishes.
Rey should not have really been able to.
She would have died if she didn't have Kylo to help her there.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Kylo's the GOAT.
Yeah, I love Kylo.
I do like Kylo Ren.
The thing
I like when he rages.
thing that the Rise of Skywalker makes this like so many things I like about this movie just obsolete. So like they set up that Kylo's gonna be kill Snoke. Kylo's gonna be the main villain in the next movie, and then they just make it Palpatine for no reason.
Yeah,
I would have much preferred Kylo just be the main villain. Also, I like Rey not having any significant parents because everyone in this universe has to be related. Everyone has to be a freaking Skywalker or a Solo or something. And they're like, okay, she just doesn't have any significant family. Like, that's cool. And then the Rise of Skywalker, she's a Palpatine now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she does the lightning.
Everyone.
But we should
That seems.
But that's the thing though. Like Dooku had lightning. Like I don't think that just giving her lightning doesn't mean that she should be related to Palpatine. I don't think that was good. That's not good writing.
It's not.
Okay, so what are your guys' ratings for Last Jedi?
They're going to be very different.
Last Jedi.
That's like a 3.
5, 4. I'm sticking with a 4. Same as the last
3.
one.
8.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's straight cap.
That is straight.
Best
cap.
Star Wars
cap.
movie since the original trilogy.
No, it's no. Revenge of the Sith.
Say
so
that
much better.
again. You just said that's better than Revenge of the Sith.
It's the best Star
Revenge of
Wars
the Sith's
movie
better.
outside the original trilogy.
All right, guys. You just heard it here first. Cody Frederick has 1 brain cell to his name.
Yep.
And oh my god, you have yours. Oh my god. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry.
I'm leaving. You not just say.
Also, Solo's better than Rogue One.
I haven't seen Solo. I haven't seen Rogue
don't
One.
like Rogue One.
I like
Rogue One's really boring for the first 2/3.
Yeah, I agree. But
Anyway,
Let's move
Rise
on
of Skywalker.
to this one.
Oh,
I hate this
boy.
one too.
This movie makes me really angry on a lot.
Wayne Whack.
From the beginning, from the opening scene, this movie sucks. They explain Palpatine comes back to life.
Somehow, Palpatine returned.
They don't show his rise on screen. Palpatine comes back to life off screen, and they're like in the opening crawl. Like, can you imagine watching this trilogy for the first time, never having seen a trailer or anything or any promotional, and Palpatine just randomly comes back with no explanation or setup?
Somehow
crazy.
Palpatine returned. Are you stupid?
Yeah, somehow Palpatine returned.
Somehow Palpatine returned. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
They don't even explain, like, I think it's the novelization explains that it's like cloning and stuff. They don't even like do that in the movie.
I thought they said it was like a clone or something of them, and
Cloning.
They're like they're super generic with the way they say it. It's like Sith cloning secrets only they knew or something.
I think it was
even
like
though you can't clone Force users.
I know.
I thought that was canon.
Midichlorians or whatever, but I thought they did something like Snoke, because Snoke's like a clone or whatever, isn't he?
He wasn't until Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
I don't think
he wasn't supposed to be. But then they kind of did that, so they're like kind of basing it off of like he was like his own version of a different Snoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're going from Last Jedi. Snoke serves his purpose. They kill him. Fine. Kylo's the main villain now. That's what they were building to. And then they just completely backpedal on it. And they just make Snoke's existence like, why is he even here? Why wasn't it the Emperor from the beginning?
Because they wanted a reason. They ruined Snoke's character because they wanted a reason to explain why Palpatine was back.
Yeah.
So they kind of
it's so
crapped on
stupid.
Snoke and ruined his character just so he could be the stepping stone for Palpatine to come back.
I hate Snoke's design, to be honest.
So, yeah,
I
don't
really
it
like
either.
his. I really like Andy Serkis's acting though.
I do. I think Snoke's character was good. I think his just the way he went about the whole thing with Snoke was good. I don't like the character design, but
the design is terrible.
And Rise of Skywalker just ruins any coolness he has because he's just a generic Palpatine clone. So it's really.
What about
stupid.
my favorite scene is when Kylo and Rey kiss.
oh my god, don't start. Okay, can we talk about like
He killed all of her parental figures. I get if you forgive him, but making out with him is...
Listen, and they're like quote unquote in love, but they have not nearly had enough interaction.
Have you heard the fan theory that he impregnates her?
What?
With the Force or something?
There's a fan theory that when he touches her on the stomach, he impregnates her with the Force, and then they're gonna have a baby, and that's gonna be the next trilogy.
Well, that's funny.
That would be awful.
No, but
I
like,
hope that happens. It'd be
listen,
really funny.
That's just the crazy thing is that they've had so many. They've interacted a decent bit, I'd say, up until this point, but it's all been hostile interaction.
She literally, she calls him like a murderous snake in Last Jedi.
They hate each other.
It's because he had a shirt off in that one scene.
Yeah, they hate each other, and then all of a sudden,
I get.
I love you now. Let's
I get
kiss.
him like her understanding his like struggle and being like, okay, I get what you went through. Like I understand, but kissing him is too much.
Yeah, and it's just like unpopular opinion. Maybe not unpopular opinion. I think that Kylo should have lived and Rey should have died.
I do got Force healing. It's the most. It's the
dumbest.
It's so dumb.
Why didn't Obi-Wan force heal Qui-Gon?
Yeah.
Why didn't Obi-Wan force heal Anakin?
Like what?
Prevent the entirety of the Star Wars franchise. Obi-Wan just walks up to Anakin and force heals him and takes him back.
It would have changed everything.
It's because J.J. Abrams doesn't know what he's doing.
That was
you know
the
what's
worst.
even dumber?
So bad.
You know what's even dumber than force healing?
What?
Okay, here's an idea. You take the lightsaber, you put it behind your back, I'll put my hand behind my back, and then I'll pull out the lightsaber.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
Why do they still have a connection?
I'm magic.
Snoke isn't there to bridge their minds anymore.
I don't know, but that's the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen. Let me stick the lightsaber behind my back, you put your hand behind yours, and then you have it now.
It's like Arya Stark in Game of Thrones.
Okay, so what are we gonna rate this one?
I'm just gonna have to edit this.
2.
I'd rate it up 3.
Yeah, 3. Thanks for joining us on HAWKS today. I'm Cody Frederick, and peace.
Peace out.